I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down.
All right, everybody, welcome to episode 143 of Talkin Trash. My name's Tim, and I'm an addict. I'm the producer of the show. We're missing our guy tonight, Jimmy. He's doing his thing, so I'm going to do the intro here. We welcome our inpatient groups who are watching tonight. That would be, I think, Straight and Narrow, Liftoff, Turning Point, The Burns House, and of course, New Hope. So those are our people tonight. Sorry we were a minute late. We're going to do our preamble and get to know everybody a little closer.
This is our humble broadcast where ethics and personal anonymity are of the utmost importance. We run this podcast as an act of service to those whose lives have been affected by addiction. We do not do it for profit or notoriety. We place principles before personalities. We benefit from this podcast just as much as anyone else. We all work programs and choose to sacrifice our own anonymity to spread the message that recovery is possible. We do this thing in an attempt to show as living examples that no matter how far down the scale we have gone, our experience can benefit others. Not only is that the 9th step promise, it's our creed we abide by here on Talkin Trash.
Please join us in a special moment of silence as we honor the American lives taken from us by the evil that runs in this world. Tonight, our moment of silence represents the still sick and suffering addict and our grieving nation. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Welcome to episode 143 of Talkin Trash. My name's Tim, and I'm an addict. We have a great cast on here. I'm having some trouble with the music. Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing out there?
Great.
Willie, how you doing, bub?
Now that I'm back on stage,
I know I put you backstage. I know. I don't trust
you did.
All right, so let's go around and meet the team here. Jimmy's up north doing his thing. What was he doing tonight, Kajsa? Something for?
He had a business meeting.
I gotcha. Okay.
And then he has a meeting after that. So.
Oh yeah.
Share the message.
That's what. Let's see here. Jimmy is pantless. He's 3 years clean and sober. And he's just a great guy. And Kajsa's going to get into her visit with him when we open it up here. It's just amazing. It's an amazing thing. We're happy for him, and we're glad he's doing what he's doing because he's an ambassador for us and for recovery. And we can we sometimes take things like that for granted, things that come so naturally. He brings a lot to the show and lots of recovery. He saves a lot of lives. Let's be honest. Jimmy saves a lot of lives. He's from Saskatchewan. Let's see what he's got. Two girls, beautiful daughters.
I love
they came
them.
from. You met him? Yep. Okay.
Yep.
We'll hear about. He is a sponsor. He does stuff. He's all over the place, and he wears his sobriety like a badge. And that's respect. I respect that because a lot of people hide it. A lot of people keep it under a lamp and don't share it, and that way other people can't gain what you've gained so freely. That's it. That's our boy Jimmy. Kajsa, she just got back from not just got back, but a couple days ago she got back from Canada, where she went up to hang out with Jimmy and do the 72nd annual Regina Roundup. It looked like a blast. I didn't know that I didn't know it was so prevalent in Canada. I guess addiction doesn't discriminate. It's
No.
everywhere. So So, Kajsa, how? Tell us a little bit about that trip, then we'll get into it a little bit.
Well, I had the best time. I met the coolest people. Um, you know, we went to a meeting on Friday, and I walked into this room full of people that I didn't know, and I didn't feel alone at all. I mean, I don't want to say they were strangers because, in a way, I mean, we all knew each other. We all share the same disease,
Right.
and they were very welcoming. One guy says, like, this girl's from California. I'm like, well, let's not get crazy after Texas.
Yeah,
But
relax.
but it was wonderful. Everybody was so welcoming, and it was really a great time. And Jim is so much fun. He's got so much energy. He's like the ever ready battery, or the Duracell. I mean, he
Duracell
is
bunny.
going.
He's dedicated, and like now it checks out. You went up there. He's a good guy, and now it's like a different thing. Like now we're physically closer to each other. You never know. Jim could have been a psychopath with a big plan to get Kajsa to go to Canada and all this crazy shit. But
He wasn't.
he was, and let's get Will in here so we can look at some of the pictures
Willie.
and kind of Willie Doug's.
Come on,
William.
William.
Hi, Will. How
Am
are
I still?
you?
It says I'm backstage.
We
you're-
can see your face. Oh,
How about now? Any better?
I mean, it still says I'm backstage.
well, we can see
You're
you.
not. So, what's happened when you take your face out of the camera a little bit?
Well, I can't see.
Oh, okay, good. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
There you go.
Yeah.
You're good.
So, what's up with you, Willie? How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. Just been working, working and working.
Mm-hmm. That'll
And
do
working
it.
again.
That will do it. Just a little thing with Kajsa. She's also pushing 6 years sober, right, Kajsa?
Yeah, coming up.
Yeah.
And actually, today I'm like, how many days till December 9th? So
December 9th.
76
All right.
days. Yeah, 76
Well,
days.
That's cool. So,
One day at a time.
oh, Will
Yeah.
he'll wait. You're 2 years on October, right? October 1st.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Will be 2 years in a week or so. Very
Yeah.
exciting. He's 42, like myself. He's from Georgia.
43.
He's 41, and he's 37. And his name's Will Douglam, and we love him. He's such a great. What's going on in your neck of the woods over there?
Oh, like I said, just been busy working, doing yard work and stuff. Yeah, that's about it.
Well, that's good. All right. So let's see here. Let's read our daily reflections. Alrighty. I don't know. I'll read them, I guess. Daily reflections for September 24th. Big Book, page 33. We have seen the truth, demonstrated again and again. Once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic. Commencing to drink after a period of sobriety. We are in a short time as bad as ever. We are planning to stop drinking. There must be no reservation of any kind, nor any lurking notion that someday we will be immune to alcohol. Today I am an alcoholic. Tomorrow I will be no different. My alcoholism lives within me. I must never forget what I am. Alcohol will surely kill me if I fail to recognize and acknowledge my disease on a daily basis. I am not playing a game in which a loss is a temporary setback. I am dealing with my disease for which there is no cure. Only daily acceptance and vigilance. One of my favorites. That was a good one.
It was.
It's so true, isn't it? Like, Kajsa, what does that mean to you? The whole thing.
Well, okay, so yeah, like I've said before, I didn't get in here on a winning streak. As a matter of fact, I mean, I was only like 300 points away from the top of the scale
I
from,
know.
complete death. I'm absolutely sure. I couldn't. I was so broken, and I was about to die, and all this awful shit, but I couldn't stop drinking, until I, thank God my liver specialist and my friend hammered away at me, and I'm like, okay, yep, I'll do it. But there's a story in the Big Book about a gentleman who was he was in recovery for, I don't know, like 30 years or something fantastic, and then he retired. He decided to drink again, and within 4 years he was dead.
Mm-hmm.
So
That checks out.
yeah, I mean, it's a progressive disease, so you basically start where you left off if you go back out drinking or doing drugs, whatever.
What did they say, Kajsa? They said it can be arrested at some point. That's language from AA, right? Not that
Uh,
it can be arrested at some point. I thought that was like in the preamble or something.
yeah, I don't know about it. No, I don't think so. But I mean,
It's in
arrested on a
there.
daily basis by doing the work and staying in the middle of the boat.
No, I don't know. What did I say it was?
I don't know.
West, whatever. All right. So anyway, yeah. So it's important to stay vigilant. Will, what does this mean to you? Seeing the truth demonstrated again and again. Once an alcoholic,
Well,
always
the
an
thing
alcoholic.
is that I don't know what, like, I couldn't, I wasn't able to read it.
All right. So how about this? Vigilance. How about this? There's no cure. There's only acceptance and vigilance.
I think
So, like-
I think when you accept the fact that there is no cure, is when you start really making big
Sure.
changes, or start making larger strides instead of trying to like, oh, I'm just gonna beat this whole thing. You know, like I'm good, but when you learn, that there is no cure. Sorry, the
Yeah,
music's
no,
really loud.
Is it? I'm hold on a second. I just we are going to talk a little bit about sleep health tonight because it's been on my mind and it's actually really important in early recovery. And you're not going to get much, but what you do get is super important. But it's all part of a recovery package. So we're going to touch on that aspect a little bit. But yeah, I mean it's I don't know. It's an interesting thing.
Well, you accept your alcoholic drug addict. You accept you accept that, and then you do whatever it takes on a daily basis to not, drink or use.
Okay.
That it's a daily reprieve contingent on your
Yeah.
spiritual, deal.
But you got me whacked out. I could I could have swore that.
Well, I don't know about arrested, but maybe.
No, I feel like they say it can be arrested at some point. Like it's
It does say that.
somewhere. It's just whatever. It's just it's somewhere in the readings. There are 5 million readings. But it makes a good point. It can be, you can't fix yourself. We're addicts. I know I was an addict when I was 10 years old playing Nintendo. And here I am. I'm an adult and I can't seem to. Oh shit! Hold on. Hey, Will, what's your favorite candy bar?
Or Heath.
What is it?
What kind?
Snickers or Heath bar,
Oh, I love those.
preferably
All right,
together.
I'm back. Everything's okay. Yeah, but like, what is it? You can't just. There's no cure, and there's only walking it one day at a time, and the reflections, it really emphasize that. Once you're an alcoholic, always an alcoholic. A lot of people, this is where they fall off, right, Kajsa? Like they just like, meh, I'm not like you. I might drink, but I'm not like you. Accepting what you're seeing on the screen right now. Once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic. It's something you can build your life on, or rebuild your life on. Honestly. So yeah, I'm just gonna open the floor. We'll have a little chit chat.
Well, yeah,
so
there is hope though.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Kajsa, the floor is yours. I mean, not really. We'll hang out with you, but we're gonna look at some pictures. I would hear some stuff about your excitement. But first things first.
Oh,
there's a
dear
girl
God.
dancing. Oh my God, she's got it. I didn't know she had it. She does. She has it.
Yeah, so that crazy guy right there.
That guy.
He came and got me, goes, come on, Texas, come dance. And I'm like, So I get out there, I start dancing, and then, whatever, we're doing this stuff. And I turn around, and Jim's freaking taping me.
Of course he is. That's what Chip does.
Yeah, it was fun, though. It was fun. It was awesome.
How did your speech go? Like your, how was that?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
okay, so I wrote this little intro talking about my numbers, and explaining what the GGT numbers are, the gamma glutamyl transferase numbers, and how the top of the chart and where mine were. And they were gasping. So that I did that first just kind of because I kind of wanted to reel them in before I started. I was born and whatever.
Yeah.
But I think it went well. Of course, when I was finished, I'm like, gosh, there's so much I didn't tell them.
Yeah.
But but I mean, I was I guess because I did read how it works beforehand, so that probably took about, I don't know, maybe 7 minutes. So yeah, I pretty much talked for about an hour.
That's awesome.
And they were laughing, and I was checking out everybody's faces, because I want to make sure they weren't like sleeping, and But yeah, people seem to be engaged in my story.
Yeah, that's
And I had-
unbelievable.
Yeah, and a lot of people.
We
I'm
all
sorry, go
are.
ahead.
I know that. Oh, God. I just said we all are.
Yeah, I had a lady come up to me and she got 37 years of sobriety, and she said, "Oh my God," because I felt like you were telling my story. And as a matter of fact, she and I talk on the phone now.
No kidding. That's how it
Yeah.
works. That's
Uh-huh.
that's how it works.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So let's go. Let's talk a little bit about Kajsa's exciting trip to Regina, Saskatchewan.
Woo.
Kajsa, you have the stage. We'll do a little Q&A. I'm super interested. I tried not to listen to like what you did, so I could be surprised on the show, but you guys blew it
Uh-huh.
for me. So that's it. That's how I have it. Kajsa, hit us with some. Let's do it. How were you were you scared at all? Were you ever like intimidated by people or the situation?
No, I'm not really intimidated by people because
Mm-hmm.
I love people. I love to talk to people I don't know.
Yeah. Yep.
So, that wasn't a problem. I mean, I did get a little nervous before I had to tell my story, and then one of the gals prayed with me, which is what my sponsor and I do, and the gals in my home group. Um,
Nice.
but everybody was real friendly. We went to an AA meeting on Friday afternoon, and God, these guys, they're crazy. They are
They're
so
nutty.
crazy. It's so much fun. They're all swearing and this and that and laughing. And, there was a guy that was celebrating his 1 year, and they were supposed to get him a cake and they forgot. And, oh, well, that went down like a fart in church, let me
Yeah,
tell
I
you.
bet it did.
Yeah.
I'll bet
But,
it did.
yeah. So actually, we're going to try to get him on the show.
We
Um,
should.
yeah, I was passing out cards and, trying to round up people to be on, and everybody's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. So we got some new
Yep.
people coming up.
Nice.
We'll keep you posted when that happens. But
Yeah, my team's on. You guys are hustling. I appreciate that. And I
yeah,
trust you guys. I trust you. You bring like you're already vetted in my mind. We've had some issues, yes, but like we're gonna be more selective, and I trust you guys. So just you find somebody, let's get them in here. We could do shows like this where we just bullshit for an hour, but like
yeah,
you got to mix it up. I just want to balance between the two somehow, and I'm not really sure how to do that, but we'll figure it out together. All right. Let's go. Let's talk about your Canadian tour you did.
check me out at the
Yep.
airplane.
I
Okay,
love it.
so Jim picked me up. I got there like around 11 o'clock, and one thing they have there that we don't really have here. I mean, there are rabbits here, but they have these big ass bunnies that are just
What?
hopping around. Oh my God! I saw this big old white cottontail hopping away at the park. When we drove by it. Yeah, bunnies
That's
are
just
everywhere. Bunnies
hysterical.
are yeah. They're not really out during the day when it's hotter, but like in the morning and at night, them guys was hopping everywhere. I loved it. Um,
That's great.
yeah, so Jim took me to Moose Jaw,
Yep.
which is about, I don't know, about 50 minutes away, whatever. And we went to the Moose Jaw tunnels. Now it's fact or myth that Al Capone ran whiskey back and forth from Chicago to Moose Jaw in the tunnel, or with the railroad.
Yeah.
And so he would disappear and end up in Moose Jaw. Now,
That's
and then they
funny.
had this really cool tour, and this guy had this accent, and I don't know, he talked like Pretty Boy Floyd or whoever, but
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun. We had a good time, took lots of pictures.
We'll have
Then
to
we
put
went,
together something. You guys get me all your multimedia stuff, and I'll put together something. Highlight
yeah,
it.
and then we went to the legislative building, which is, I mean, that was amazing. It was just gorgeous. They had a statue with the Queen. I took my picture with her, of course,
Yep.
Queen Elizabeth. And
That.
they had a beautiful grounds. Oh yeah, there we go. There's the moose, Wallen Moose, and then there's the Queen on her high horse. What
Oh
fun!
my god, it does look like fun. Yeah, you're nuts. What the hell? All right, so Will, what are you watching right now? Just out of curiosity.
What am I watching?
Yeah.
I'm watching the rain come down outside my windows.
Is that a storm I hear in the background?
No, there's just a storm here right now. No, what am I watching on TV? Honestly, I just been bullshitting on TikTok because I haven't had enough time to later. I mean, I'll start something and I keep falling asleep like right when it starts. You know.
Yeah, whatever. I
So I
get it.
mean,
I
I
get it.
haven't devoted myself to something right now. I don't think.
You should
Yeah,
watch the show Black Rabbit on
I
Netflix with
started
Jason
watching that.
Bateman.
Is that good?
Yeah, yeah, I've been watching it.
I
Jude Law
started
and
watching
Jason
that.
Bateman.
I'm starting to not accept the roles Jason Bateman is in because he's fucking everywhere, and like I feel like he's just faking it. But that's just me. So yeah, that's funny. Let's see here. So all right, so you went up to Canada. When did you go?
Yep.
Last Wednesday, so
I
7 days
yeah,
ago.
last Wednesday. Yeah.
So you're flying you fly over the border. You're in Canada. Do the, I wouldn't say you're nervous, but I know I'd have butterflies in my stomach, like just nerves, normal nerves. And then if I did the deed, if I went up, I spoke, it was good, it was great, and it would be the greatest thing I've ever happened to me. But like, you could flip that coin, in an instant, and it could be a different head or tail. So I don't know. I just we need to. So also, like I said, we're going to talk a little bit about sleep tonight because that's super important. And a 2 hour to our rehabs. Just a quick reminder that our views may not reflect the views of the facility you are in. This is a non-paid podcast. We do it as an active service to those in and out of recovery. So yeah, so that's that. So all right, so Kajsa, you landed. How long did you eat poutine?
I hate poutine.
How
I
was that?
did. Oh,
Was
it was awesome. I ate way too much, and
I'm
I hurt
sure.
myself because Jim ordered. He's like, "Oh, we're gonna get a milkshake and a poutine." I'm like, "Dear God, man,
Ugh.
that just looks like 25 pounds." But
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. So these poutine. Okay, so it's French fries with brown gravy and cheese curds.
Yep.
Well, this place you could put these different kinds of toppings on there too. So I got pierogies. Y'all know what pierogies are? They're
Oh,
like
hell
little
yeah.
raviolis, with
Yeah,
like
no,
meat in
there.
them. Okay, so on top of my poutine, that was great. But Jim had Italian topping, whatever. So it was pepperoni and Italian sausage and red pasta sauce and mozzarella. Oh my God, that one was
There,
good.
there you
Yeah,
have it.
yeah. And they yeah, you get a big old serving like that, and just eat what you can. He ended up taking the rest of mine to Annie. He's like, take it to the room. I'm like, oh God, no. I was up to here full because
Wow, that's
I wasn't gonna throw away that milkshake.
yeah, no doubt. All the food you ate looked awesome. I'll be honest with you, and
Yeah.
probably why Jimmy's 20 pounds over because
And these
Canada's got
cheese
some.
curds, yeah, those cheese curds, they get all melted, so it's just ah,
Oh my god!
they
All right,
really
so
are
like
good.
I made fun of it because I didn't. You make fun of stuff that's foreign
You
to
don't
you.
know. Hmm.
To put up a wall. Yeah, that's disgusting. I don't want that. My ex-wife, oh my god, she would never, she never tried cream cheese. It's disgusting. I hate it. I'm like, have you ever tried it? Nope. Like, how do you know it's disgusting? Like, I just don't get it. It was crazy. So Kajsa goes to Canada, gets some poutine. Um, Jim picked you up where in Regina after the.
Yeah, at the
y-
Regina Airport. And it's
Okay.
so tiny compared to Houston's. Woo-hoo. Houston is it's a freaking city. Um,
So I bet so is Atlanta. So what did you guys do at first? Like did you I want to hear about meeting his daughters and seeing where he lives and his dog and all that.
yeah.
Take it away. Let me know.
Okay. Well,
Inside look at.
I didn't see his house, but
Oh.
okay, so he picked me up from the airport and then he took me to the hotel because it was getting late. And
Mm-hmm.
I got me checked in, and then we synchronized our watches that he would pick me up at like 8 o'clock in the morning or whatever.
Right.
And so I would sleep, whatever, got up, got ready, went outside, got a picture of the sunrise,
Nice.
and yeah, of course I have to do that. And then so when he came and got me, I like to have breakfast first thing, right? I
Sure.
didn't know that there was food there at the place I didn't see a restaurant, but whatever. At the hotel. So we went to this place and just had breakfast, and then we went to Moose Jaw. And Jim thinks I'm weird because I asked for my eggs over medium. He's like,
Uh,
I've never heard of that before. And apparently
uh,
people up there have never heard of over medium.
I'm with
And
him
I'm
on that one. I don't know what that
really,
is.
I worked at
well,
IHOP for a while, so there's like 60 different
Uh,
ways.
so
you
you
worked
know
at
what I'm
IHOP?
talking about.
Will, you worked at IHOP?
I
Well,
flamed them pancakes.
Are you kidding me?
oh,
I can't even picture you. Why at IHOP? All I see is this.
Hot tub, hot, I'm full of water. I say hot tub, hot, I say very, very, very hot. I say hot tub,
hot tub.
Love it so much. I'm sorry I interrupted. Will, what were
That's
you
okay.
saying? What were you guys saying? I don't even know what
I
we're
worked at
talking about.
IHOP. No, I say
He worked
IHOP,
at
yes.
IHOP.
Oh my
you would be
God.
surprised at how many ways there are to cook eggs.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I just never heard that terminology. What do the eggs come out like? What are they?
It's like sunny side eggs, but you
Yeah.
just cook it just a little bit long. When you flip it, you
They're a
cook it
little
just a
runny.
little bit longer.
Hmm,
Runny yolk, but not runny white.
right.
I don't like runny white,
I
but I do
gotcha.
like the runny yolk. So anyway, um,
Well,
so
yeah,
then
you
we went
know.
to Moose Jaw and ran around and did all that stuff and went and took pictures and of course I'm getting the history lesson from him.
Oh, of course you are.
Um, after the tunnels, we he took me up by this bed and breakfast that he would go to, and we couldn't get inside, but we could get inside on the like this big beautiful screened in porch area and and the grounds and stuff. So that was really pretty to see. And then we then we went to see Annie, and she works at a cannabis shop because it's
I know.
legal there. And she is such a beautiful young woman.
Yeah. Yep.
Um, she came out there, and she's like, "Oh my god!" And she just gave me the biggest hug. Made me feel at home. And so we went inside the smoke shop, and they had a big old dog in there, and that dog was so chill. It was just such a laid back, cool experience.
Yeah.
Um, and
Because things like that can go wrong quick.
yeah,
You're a million miles from home. You can't trust. What? I'm not. I'm painting a crazy picture because I'm insane. But like, it was good. It was really good. I loved it. I loved the whole thing.
yeah. And so we're cruising by this place that had these murals, and it's got the Pats on it. And he goes, "That's the one that Timmy designed for us." So I snapped a picture of the Pats,
I
like
got
the
it. I
Pats
saw that.
jersey. Yeah.
Oh, I saw that. Will, did you see last episode where I caught I caught the show The Boys stealing my work? Yes, you weren't here
I
that
saw it.
last
I
episode.
watched. I
Yeah,
watched it. I watched it.
yeah. It's just funny. It's like it can I don't know. Shit. All right. Let's see. Kajsa, what do you do first thing in the morning when you wake up? This is a time killer. I got to do something.
I go. I say my prayers. Yeah. What about you, Will? Do you pray in the morning? Do you have a certain?
I do every like, and it's usually, and it's funny. It's got to be worse. Not I do it the same time almost every day, and if I haven't done it yet, then I feel like I can just feel the like I just like I'm off.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So like let's
Yeah.
tie that in. Let's tie that into sleeping health. Will, I'm gonna ask you first. What do you do preparing for sleep, and how is your sleep overall?
Well, I wear myself out. Like what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to like. I'm adapting back to like not eating after a certain time at night because
Yep.
I'm bad about like not eating all day and then eating at like 12:30 or 1. Of course, then I'm laying down.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I'm adjusting that because I mean that and it's made a big difference. And but yeah, me best way is to physically wear myself out because then if I
That's a good one.
physically do it, then emotion like eventually like it catches up to me.
My dad always said the sleep of a working man is deep, and that's for sure. I mean, you exhaust your body, and I think about like withdrawal when I was at hardcore withdrawal. Sleep was weeks away. Um,
Mm.
that's a scary thing. And like when you get clean, when you get sober, you know, you start to sleep a little bit more. 2-3 hours a night, but it's not enough, and you're killing yourself with this. So like you gotta go get treatment, you gotta get help. But yeah,
Well, when I went to detox, um, the doctor came in like the second morning and he's asking me questions and I'm like, well, you woke me up at 1:30 in the morning and I haven't been to sleep since.
yeah,
And he goes, no, that wasn't me, because I come in and make
yeah,
sure you're not dead and stuff. And and he was talking to me, and I just was like, wee doo 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 doo,
Yep. Yep.
which imagine that second morning in detox,
Mm-mm. Thank you.
um, so he's like, I'm gonna prescribe you something to sleep. I said, thank you,
Yeah.
and he did. And to this day, I'm still under his care, and I still take that medicine to help me sleep because I'll only sleep for 2 hours. If I ever forget my medicine at night and I wake up 2 hours later that I know I'm like, oh, and I can't take it then because then I might sleep for 6 and then I'll be late. But
Yeah.
yeah, I do take medicine to help me sleep.
Yeah. There's a shame in that for sure. I mean, it's there's all right. The dynamic of AA and recovery and getting clean is changing with the times. They're being a little more lenient, but they don't make rules, but they do have things they follow, and it's touch and go with talking trash. We don't want to interfere, but we want to be helpful. So
Well,
it's
if you
that's just
take as directed, you
yep.
know,
Mm-hmm.
that's what you do because
Right.
we understand. I say we because I'm right now representing AA. Um, we understand that you need outside help. You can't just do. I mean, some people can't just do a program.
Right.
People need medicine in their life, so
Right.
you take it as directed.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as your motives are, I'm taking my medicine because it's prescribed, I'm taking it like I'm supposed to, that's good. So, your motives are something that you need to look at too.
Yeah. Would you look at it?
Look
Look at
at
that.
it. Oh, yeah.
Um, you're right. Yeah, yeah. Integrity. What does integrity mean to you guys in just a sentence? Like,
Doing what's right when no one's looking, but that's like the definition
attaboy,
of integrity.
nailed it,
Yeah.
nailed it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's the. I wasn't trying to be a smart guy. I was just trying to ram a point home. I love that because it's so true.
Mhm.
It's just it's how it is. Well, you
Mhm.
hit it right on the head. So all right,
I'm
let's
good
see
at
here.
that.
You went you went to the tunnels in Moose Jaw. So I don't know. So let's go around the horn. I'll start. How are you sleeping at night, and what do you do to turn the lights off and go to bed? Actually, falling asleep. And do you know? Do you sleep? Do you have REM sleep? Like I used to wear my Apple Watch, and it tell me if I had REM sleep, core sleep, deep sleep, all that. So sleep is crucial for physical and mental recovery, acting as the body's primary reset and repair process, especially during deep stages of sleep. During 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 sleep, the body releases growth hormones essential for tissue and muscle repair, consolidates memories, regulates mood, and strengthens the immune system. Thank you, Dr. Google. That's sleep health. Well, want to read this one?
Insufficient sleep hinders recovery from illness or injury. It can lead to chronic health issues. While prioritizing 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night, maintaining a consistent sleep schedule, creating a sleep-friendly environment, and limiting caffeine and alcohol intake can significantly optimize recovery and overall health.
There it is. So that's not getting enough sleep, which is it's dangerous if you're not. I don't know. Just if like you're on drugs, you make decisions in the wrong state of mind, and those decisions are wrong. So like with sleep, I mean, we have to. I think for me, we have to consciously have a good sleep habit because, you know, for the most part, like I didn't sleep good my whole life, and now all of a sudden I'm sleeping. I sleep on my back, which is totally foreign to me. I sleep on my back, and I sleep. I like go right to sleep. It's unbelievable. But up until this, I've been horrible my whole life with sleep, and yeah, I don't know, not enough sleep, insufficient sleep hinders recovery from illness or injury. It does. Your body heals when you're in just core sleep or deep sleep, not REM sleep, but the other one. Anyway, yeah, super important, and it's something that sucks. We all want to. At the end of the day, we all want to lay down and think, all right, I had a good day today. Um, you know, if you lay down paranoid that you're not going to sleep, you're going to psych yourself out of it. So
Yeah.
sleep is a very fickle thing in recovery. I don't know what you guys think.
Yeah,
How,
absolutely. And one thing I know is that I have to put my cell phone down and put it away because I'll wake up in the middle of the night and I'll grab my cell phone and look at it
yeah,
because I'm looking at the group or something, and I'm like, what am I
yeah.
doing? So
See that
I,
they say that.
yeah, it's an addiction,
Yeah,
clearly.
absolutely. So
Um,
like, listen, yeah, right. Yeah, I'm sorry. Made a
no,
good
no,
point though.
that's
Made a
all.
great
That's all.
point. Great point. we're addicts. We're going to do things addictively, whether we know it or not. And it's kind of built into us. And like we were talking earlier, it can be arrested at some point. You can't be cured. There's no magical pill or dust that makes you cured. But it's just it's one of those things where I feel like people don't know what it's like to be an addict and have things fail around you. Uh, Will, how's your sleep schedule? Sorry, I'm doing something.
No,
Will,
my
what's your sleep
sleep.
like?
It's my sleep has never been regular. I'll tell you right after I was first born. I mean, like I think it was within the first month or two. I slept for like 78 hours straight, and my mom
Lord.
wanted to take me to the hospital, and the doctor was like, "No, leave him, let him sleep." I mean, I was
Uh-huh.
alive, but I mean, I didn't. I've always loved my sleep, but it's like now it's just like my sleep is all over the place. I mean, it's never been
It's hard.
consistent. It's never
It's
been
hard. I
consistent.
know it's hard.
But I mean, like I
Um,
said, but what the one of the main things that does help it is being active
yeah.
and having a
Yep.
clear mind when you go to sleep. Like have good thoughts. Like think about good shit. Don't think about like
Yeah.
negative stuff. It makes a big difference.
I always
Frame of
say
mind.
a
Yep.
gratitude list when I lay my head down on the pillow and I've turned off the light. I go through a gratitude list, um, putting me in a good frame of mind, and those things I'm thankful for. Because if I sit there and go, oh well, life sucks, it's fucking work, sorry,
Yep. Yep.
work's great, uh, I've learned to flip that script because
Yeah.
if I tell myself, funky things, then I'll have that mindset when I go to sleep.
Yeah. No, you're right. It's so funny. Like it's so elusive. It was so elusive to me, just like you said. So, like I found medication and I found a way to sleep and a mattress. It was all part of my getting a decent sleep. I hadn't had a good night's sleep in 20 years.
Mm.
So like now I sleep well. I was having bad dreams when I first got here, but like now I can, I lay my head on the pillow, I look up, I say a prayer or two, and it's morning or afternoon in my case. And I'm just like, it, it's the physical repair part is so important because that's how when your body repairs the damage you've put it through. So like that physical repair happens when you're sleeping. When you're early in recovery, you're not sleeping very much, especially if opiates or whatever. Their sleep is not coming for a month or two. So it's a catch 22. It's a rock and a hard place kind of thing. It does that's when your body heals itself. You don't hear it, you don't see it. Hormonal regulation. Deep sleep triggers
Mm.
the release of growth hormones and essential for healing and regeneration. So like I was just saying, this is basic stuff, but sometimes like I need to be reminded of basic things. You know what I mean? Like just one little thing. It, you live recovery. Every next step is a recovery step. So, um, let's see, mental and emotional well-being, improves
Hmm.
mood, reduce stress, enhances cognitive functions like memory and concentrations, which are vital
Yep.
for recovery. So, mind, body, spirit, right? Kajsa says it all the time.
Yep.
It's that's if they're in line, and you'll know if one of them's not. You know what I mean? It's not like when oh shit, everything's in line here. It's not perfect. I'm not going somewhere great. I'm not doing something great, but it's okay, so I can calm down, and that comes through sleep health. I mean, that's where your body says, all right, I've had enough of you. I'm going to take over while you sleep the next 4 or 5 hours. I can sleep 12 hours today easily. I don't take much medication to go to sleep. I stay up late, but I'm working. It's a good thing. Like Will said, you gotta run yourself ragged. Like Will, I'll
Yeah.
bet you sleep like a baby, right? Will, you sleep like a baby.
Yeah, it's usually like the bed's usually like I don't sleep under the covers because I don't want to have to make them, but I'll sleep on top. But I mean
Lazy,
the blankets will be everywhere. Yeah, I'm running my sleep.
you lazy piece of shit. That's pretty funny though. So you won't have any blankets on you when you sleep? Nothing?
I'm tired. No, yeah, no, I get. So I have a heated fitted heated fitted sheet just on the
Okay, I
mattress
got you.
itself, and then I lay on the comforter, and then I have a fleece that I cover up with,
Oh, okay.
All right, that makes more sense. I was making sure you
and
knew how
about
to
like six
navigate this
pillows.
life. Mm.
Come on.
I
That's
got.
right. I've got a fleece throw too.
So, Kajsa, what's
Yes, I got
your
to go out.
wind
Yeah, I
down?
have a lot of them.
What's my wind down?
Yeah, like for me, it's a circadian rhythm kind of thing. You have to be 8 hours here, 8 hours there. What what do you do to like you said the screen thing? Like I know it's not good to look at
And I ordered
a
PG 13.
red a red screen at night or a blue screen at night or whatever. But like that can affect your sleep, or it can affect falling asleep, which is probably one of the biggest problems. So, um,
Right, you
yeah,
should be careful of light if you like wake up in the middle of the night because there's a gland in your eye, your
yeah.
pineal gland. So when light hits it, then you start to wake up. So
Hmm.
it's important. And I do this. I'll pick up my stupid phone and I'll look at it.
Yeah.
And I'll just look at it.
And look at
But yes, and then I sometimes and I'll be awake for a little while because I'm messing around on my phone. But the nights that I don't, if I wake up, I just roll over and don't grab my phone. I get better sleep that night. You know.
hmm. Yeah, that's a good point. I know when I'm interrupted and whether I'm going to pee and going right back to sleep or have
Yeah.
been interrupted too much and there is no sleep after this. Um, and like when I worked overnights, and even like to this day when I worked overnights, I sleep in the morning, but like there's the sun's out, the garbage men are out, the kids are screaming, like you don't sleep. It's so dangerous. So like those third shifters, my hat's off to you because I know that's not easy. But yeah, sleep. I mean, I don't know. Well, how many hours of sleep do you get a night on average?
A couple, a few.
Uh, a
Depends on
couple,
what day
few.
it is.
Not eight. Well, right, but
I mean, like,
I get the feeling.
but I will take advantage of naps.
Oh, I can't nap. I've never napped in my adult life. It's impossible.
Oh, I love
Absolutely
me a good
impossible.
nap. I can sleep better in 15 minutes than I can the whole night.
I mean,
A hot dog.
Come on.
so
Come
there's that.
on.
Yeah, I mean it's a fickle thing, sleep. It's we love it so much because we don't want to get out of bed when it's time to do it, sober, not sober, whatever. But like you're experiencing something that feels so good and it's so rejuvenating. But when you wake up, you can't pinpoint what that was. You know why your body responded in this way. I was telling my friends here before about sleep paralysis, and it's a thing.
Mm,
I didn't find out what it was until I became an adult and I started Googling, and it's called sleep paralysis. So, sleep paralysis is a temporary state of paralysis that occurs during the transition between sleep and wakefulness. It is characterized by the inability to move, speak while remaining fully conscious.
hmm
Causes the REM sleep. If that's interrupted, you're not getting good sleep.
Yeah. Have you had any of those dreams where you woke up and you were paralyzed and
Mm,
you?
Sorry.
Oh.
So my older brother, back when years ago, he was driving to Las Vegas to move out there where my dad was at. And he stopped,
Yeah.
him and his friend, they drove a U-Haul and they stopped in New Mexico. That's exactly what he had, but he got on. He thought he got abducted by an alien. Like, and he told everybody that.
Uh huh.
And then like, he stuck to it. Still sticking to it, actually. But I mean, hey, you never know.
Listen, yeah,
I mean,
yes,
Maybe you do get abducted by
maybe.
aliens when you have sleep paralysis.
Maybe. So I remember I had it a few times when I was little, and then
right? Yeah.
I had it a couple times in my mid 20s, and I would wake up completely terrified, just unexplainable terror. I'd wake up and it's dark and I can't I'm not controlling my breathing and I can't move, but I'm fully awake. And there's something
Mm.
over here coming to me, something getting closer and closer. I'm terrified, and then I feel like whatever that thing was sits on my chest, and I died. I couldn't breathe. My friend Sean said he could control it if he had it because he had it too, and he said he controlled it and flew down the road and yeah, I don't know. Emotional well-being. I could tell when somebody hasn't had enough sleep based on how
Yeah,
they're acting. You know.
yeah, because I could be grouchy,
Yeah.
without
Hmm.
enough sleep. And I also know that when I exercise, I need less sleep.
When you exercise, you need less sleep. I
Yeah,
don't.
so all that
Yeah.
walking I do, and that's just me.
It's
I'll be
interesting.
tired when I wake up, but I force myself. I put on my tennis shoes and I get out the door. And then once I'm out the door and I've walked, down the driveway, I'm like, oh yeah, here we go.
Huh? Here we go.
But then those Saturday or Sunday afternoons when I'm not at work and I'm like, oh, I think I could take a nap. Oh, I'll take an excellent nap. I love
Yeah.
it.
We got to
Yeah,
figure out your internet because I don't
I
say
icon.
you're so good, but like I can't see you when you freeze and I hate it so much. All right, so what's with TikTok? Why is TikTok so effing popular? Why is everybody on TikTok? When did that happen?
I remember telling myself I'd never get on TikTok, and then I did about 4 years ago. Uh, and I'm not on there very much, but I like making videos and stuff. But it is very popular. They got all kinds of they sell stuff on there, and you can
Oh yeah,
watch crime stories.
Mike, he's something else. That guy. So
The
yeah, I
sleuth.
just he is a sleuth. It's fucking fun. Mike, I hear. This is fun. We made fun of somebody. This is a short. I don't know who we're making fun of, but somebody get made fun of. I mean,
Just whatever. We're having steak tomorrow night. I've had it marinating for the last day and a half. It's gonna be good.
that's funny. I can't wrap my mind around this situation that's happening north of the border right now.
Oh,
Will,
we're,
can
we're,
you?
we're gonna do we're gonna FaceTime you at 1 a.m. your time. As soon as she lands,
Which
her
they
bags
did.
will be in the parking lot, and
Mhm.
I watched. And I was from moment one. Like you and Mike and her, and just her energy. It's just all positive, right?
Yeah.
And she is like the sister from another mister. Like she's my
Yeah.
older sister. There
Don't
you
say
go.
that. My ex-wife used to say that, and
What's that? Okay, she's my sister in recovery. How about that?
Sister
Is that
from
better?
another mister. Yeah, sister from another mister. Doesn't make any sense. It's just
Okay,
so
brother
stupid.
from another mother.
Sorry,
Whatever.
that
We're
Anyway, yeah,
kindred spirits. Like we have the same goal in recovery.
kindred spirits.
Like
Oh,
soulmates.
don't give many leather-bound books. I get it.
And that's
You're-
it's nice scented mahogany.
I didn't
we
get
love
the
to
steaks,
laugh.
by the way. I even asked him. I go,
Unbelievable.
"Hey, I saw on the podcast you said something about you've had
Marinating
steaks marinate."
steaks.
We didn't have time. We were
Oh my
running all.
god.
I mean, we literally ran from the time I got there to the time I left. And he did take me back to the hotel because he had to go on a work deal. And I was
Yeah.
really glad because I'd eaten so much poutine it was coming out my nose practically.
Ew.
Yeah, so I went back. I always like to have a little time in the hotel room, just watching
Yeah,
TV,
for
just
sure.
relaxing, and I got to do that. But yeah, I don't know. Jim's a runner. I'll tell you what, that dude was busy the entire time.
Like, and he doesn't bring it to the show. He doesn't like come on the show and like,
When he came to get me, one of the times he dropped me off, he pulls up and there's Casey.
yeah.
Oh, and Casey sat on my lap just for a minute. He wanted to sit on his dad's lap, but he's a
Aw.
cute baby. He's
Here's
so
something.
sweet.
If I
Yeah,
was safe or whatever,
but I mean, this
I'll
time,
just.
they pay. I mean, it was offered for me to come up and tell my story. They would pay my hotel, my
Mm-hmm.
airfare, and my food. So
Yeah.
that was the deal, and that is why
Yeah.
I went for that reason. And then,
Absolutely. But
bonus because
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
bonus now because now I know Jim
Yeah, exactly.
and his
So
girls
that's
in case.
see that's what I was kind of getting at. Like, is that it's the first time you're meeting him. Totally appropriate to go to a hotel and do it that way. I'm just saying, like, as we grow in sobriety and our trust and our friendships seem to grow, like I give Will the shirt off my back and trust that he's going to get it back to me. He's just that kind of guy, and that's kind of
Mhm.
like how he is.
I made you a painting. What? I call the painting Celebration. I thought you might like it.
That's fun. Oh, fun
That's
is fun. Yeah, Mike actually had me digging through our old shows. There's funny shit in there. All right, so we are Recovery Month. It is National Recovery Month. Coming to an end here. I have no idea. Is it important to people? Do people follow this, or is it just a innocuous, thing? Is it not real? Because I know we tried to make it something, but like I didn't hear much about it. I don't know. What you guys?
There's a lot on social media about
Was
it.
there? All right, I
Yeah,
guess.
I mean there still is.
All right.
Like I think 22nd was National Recovery Online Day,
Okay.
and which that's great because there is so much recovery online.
Oh
Um,
yeah. Yep.
I mean I remember when I was just like 2 months sober and the frickin' lockdown came and I had no frickin' clue what I was gonna do, and then then Zoom came, and then I that's when I started getting on the Facebook pages. I'm following people and trying to make a connection there because, there was a lot of time where I would have been at a meeting, but
Yeah.
I wasn't. I was at home. Also listened to
Seriously.
Joe and Charlie tapes, which was very helpful.
I
But
started listening to them like a month ago. It's not my speed, but I like it. I like them.
and I'll tell you, okay, so listen to this. Okay, so um, when I went to my general practitioner, right when she told me I needed to go see the liver specialist, she gave me my first flu shot ever in my whole entire life. Okay, so that was in October 2019. So then I go to rehab December 9th, 2019. And after about a week or so, like 85% of rehab was sick
Yeah.
as a dog. I never got sick.
Huh.
I never got sick. And then one of the gals, she was sick for like a week, and every time she'd come out of room, she just looked like she got the crap beat out of her. Um, and so months later, probably the following summer, she told me that her doctors thought that she had COVID. Well, that was must have been going around the rehab, and they didn't know what it was yet.
Oh my god. Our
But I
rehab.
I, I never got
Yeah.
sick. I never got sick.
When I went to the state facility for the first time, I woke up the next morning with COVID. Everybody had it. It was like a wildfire. Everybody's got this headache. They split us all up, and they gave us our phones. So we have our phones in rehab. I'm just ordering shit off of Amazon. Like hockey sticks are showing up. Like Tim, can you please stop ordering foosball tables and stuff from Amazon? I'm like, what do you want to do? Seriously, that was the problem. They took my phone back. But yeah, that was fucking funny. All right. What was I gonna say? Oh, sleep. So here's what I wanted to tie it into. Is near death experiences. Kajsa, you had quite a bit of knowledge on this. Would you like to expand on it, please?
No, I've never had near death
Yeah.
experience. No, Will, you know about near death
Yes,
experience
I've
stuff.
had one. I mean,
Oh,
I've
Yeah,
okay,
had
so it
them.
was
And
you. I didn't
it
know
was
who it
Will.
was.
Yeah.
whenever a person has a near-death experience, it usually triggers. It'll be the pivotal point that where they have start a spiritual awakening or start awakening to the like. You have a totally different perspective and so many different. Everything's totally different in your life now. And it
Yeah.
depends. And depending on which route you want to take, I mean, it can very be enriching.
Yes. I mean, I know I pretty much died, but I didn't. I had no recollection of it. Like it's not like a white light or anything. I woke up in the hospital a few days later, confused.
Mm.
So I guess it's different for everybody. I believe in myself that there's something out there. I don't know what it is.
They did
You
what
know,
they did to the people on Foundation and wiped your memory.
no shit.
And then put a chip in him.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly. Yep. He had one, didn't he? Didn't All right, to our rehab friends. I got a message from Joel from Liftoff. Liftoff. To sleep. Do you take medications to sleep? And does that help you? Okay, it does. But you got to be careful. We're addicts now, right? So, like, if you're identifying as an addict, you were saying I cannot take Ambien, I cannot take Xanax, I can't, whatever. It's just, case by case. But for the most part, starting out something like that, it's scary. You got to do the right things.
You
Um,
have to get it from your doctor. You
right.
have to take it
It's
as directed.
Yep. And that's
Absolutely.
and what Kais is saying is actually kind of foreign to the AA program because for a while they were like, nope, can't do it, can't have any meds. Of course, it depends on where you go, but like I feel that stigma lifting. I feel it's like all right, yep, you earned your seat here. Come on in. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Hold on
Well,
one
I
second.
do want to say that, when I got to the AA, the roundup, and I started meeting people, because I asked, I said, drugs are a part of my story.
Yeah,
And,
yeah, yeah,
and, and there's a lot of old, older people. I mean,
yeah,
older than me. Okay. Old recovery. And they were totally accepting of the drug side of it. It wasn't, oh no, if you talk about drugs, you can't tell your story. No, they wanted to hear it. It's your story. You tell it. Whatever
yeah,
happened, do it. And I,
yeah.
I was kind of surprised because, like here, for instance, the old timers, yeah, they're not so pliable.
No, nope. I get it. I mean, it's good to find the right people, like-minded. People are people everywhere. Sober or whatever, they're the same everywhere, and you're gonna get judged. And it doesn't matter what people think of you. It's none of your business. So people will judge you, and they're doing that.
People will do that.
Have pity for them because they're doing that for their own um, self awareness. They're trying to make themselves feel better by being a big shot. That's not how this thing works. So anywho, I want to look one more time at the Canada thing. How many people were in the place where you had the speaker
I
meeting?
think he said, I want to say it's at 210, I think. I
Was it
know
really
it was the largest attendance they've ever had.
200? That's a lot of people for an
It is
AA.
a lot of people, because I've told my stories many times, but probably to no more than 20, 25 people at a
Mm-hmm.
time,
Yeah. Well,
On here it's different because I'm just looking at my phone, looking at you guys,
right.
but
This is different, but yeah.
I was on a stage. I had
I
a
know I know.
had a microphone and a podium. Well, we have a podium at my and
Right. I mean,
I was sitting next to this gentleman that had 54 years of sobriety, and I said something about Facebook and how I think if Bill was alive, they would rethink the part of the
yeah.
tradition, but whatever.
Sure.
Anyway, and he says, "Yeah, I'm about as anonymous as a billboard." And here's a man with 56 or 54 years, and
Yeah.
he's like, yeah, he believes in being anonymous is not helpful to the next suffering, you know,
It's
person.
not. I really, really try to respect anonymity. This show is very touchy. This subject is very touchy, and I don't know. That's awesome, Kajsa. When did he say that?
That was Saturday night.
All right, cool. I
Yeah,
love it. I love it.
yeah. And his daughter's the one that made me the spicy pickles. Oh
Oh
my
yeah,
lord, those pickles are good. When I got back to the hotel room, I took the trash liner out of the trash can and I wrapped it in there, wrapped it in case it broke, and then I wrapped them in a bunch of shirts and then I shoved it in my suitcase. Now they're in my
that's
fridge.
that's funny.
Oh
All
yeah,
right,
they're good. They're good.
everybody, listen up. We are. I wasn't looking at one of our streams. We have quite a few going on here. Hi, Dylan George. Thanks for saying hi. I don't know what he said exactly to. He just put exactly. Um,
Yeah, just the other day I was reporting several porno profiles, and I mean, there's the profile and there's the act of uh
yeah,
carnal knowledge going on.
yeah.
And do you know that and I kept appealing it because I kept saying that there's nothing wrong, this doesn't go against community standards. I'm like, oh my god, you guys are making me crazy. But yeah,
Yeah,
and now I can't report it anymore
I
because they
gotcha.
don't see anything wrong with it. I'm like, really?
Uh,
Obviously, that it's a computer. It's
right,
not a real person looking at it.
right. I know, I know. I don't know. I don't know.
Anyway,
Like, it could have been, could have been a certain family member of mine, doing his deed or whatever. I think that's way too sophisticated for him. But I just think it sucks. We relied too much on Facebook. So we're forced to branch out a little bit. We're doing good. I got 95 or so on YouTube. I have StreamYard. There's people on there. I can't see the number. Um, so it's no big deal. F Facebook. I don't care. We don't need you. You're an asshole. So we're gonna do this thing on our own without you. They'll give it back to us. It's just ridiculous. It's just how they are. All right. Anybody have anything they'd like to say before we read the Just for Ted Admiral?
keep fighting the good fight.
That's it. Keep fighting the good fight. All right.
That's what he said.
Let's do this thing, huh?
Come on now. The only suggested guidelines are this power being loving, caring, and greater than ourselves. We don't have to be religious or accept this idea. The point is that we open our minds to believe.
Oh, hold on.
In a lifelong process of coming to believe, our understanding of a God will change. The understanding we have when new in recovery will not be the same when we have a few months clean, nor will that understanding be the same then we have a few years clean. Our initial understanding of a power greater than ourselves will most likely be limited. The power will keep us clean, but we may think nothing more. We may hesitate to pray because we have placed conditions on us that will ask our higher power to do for us. Oh, this stuff is so awful. Even God couldn't do anything. We might say, or God, it's got a lot of people to take care of. There's no time for me, but as we grow in recovery, so will our understanding. We will begin to see the only limits to God's love, grace, and those we impose by refusing to step out of the way. The loving God we come to believe in is an infinite, and the power of love we find our belief shared by nearly every recovering addict around the world. Just for today, the God I am coming to understand has a limitless capacity for love and care. I will trust that my God is bigger than any problem I may have. My God can beat up your God.
Ah, my God.
That's it. That's how I feel. All right, so I want to say thank you for everybody who supports us. We love you. We love you. Mike Oliver, I owe you a shout out. Way to go, Mike. Let's say I love you. Thanks for the support. And we'll see you on Sunday, where we will broadcast episode 145 with who's on Sunday? Manny? It's Manny, right?
I'd have to look at the.
It is.
Sundays.
Yep, it's Manny.
28.
Yep.
Oh,
That's
okay, good.
that'll be fun. Yep, that'll be fun. More like a host rather than a guest because we know everything about him. But you know, you got moves, guys. You got moves. Look at this. Look at her go. That's unbelievable. Rule 62. There she is.
You stay classy, San Diego.